And for more on the story, we have Randy Mulyanto reporting for CNA Live from Jakarta. Randy, the president says Indonesia will centralize exports of key commodities like palm oil and coal. What exactly is he trying to achieve with this?
That's right. To answer your question, two reasons, really. One is trying to combat under-invoicing practices, and the other one is to ramp up the state revenue. Let's talk first about the under-invoicing element of the story. So Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto delivered a speech to the parliament today on Wednesday. He said the country recorded under-invoiced exports worth over $900 billion, just like what you've mentioned earlier, over 34 years. He called the practice fraud, in which these exporters actually did not report the actual transaction values to the authorities. So this is one of the things that the government hopes to fix. And after all, he said Indonesia exported, 23 billion US dollars worth of palm oil, 30 billion US dollars worth of coal, and 16 billion US dollars worth of ferroalloys in 2025. The president described the above as strategic, meaning that obviously they need a stronger oversight on these commodities. The second part of the story is the state revenue part. He also cited, the president said that Indonesia had a relatively lower state revenues relative to the GDP compared to other G20 countries. Indonesia, for instance, stood at 11% in 2024. The president also said that while the country had secured over 400 billion US dollars in trade profits from 2004 to 2025, the country also saw a net outflow worth over $300 billion during the same period. And lastly, he also said the country could save around $150 billion every year under this new rule. Genevieve.
But the rupiah is under pressure, isn't it? It has been plunging against the US dollar ahead of the Bank Indonesia's rate decision today. Now, could export controls help support the currency?
In theory, the government could earn more rupiah as the Indonesian currency has weakened against the US dollar in recent weeks. But as the plan was just announced today, it remains unclear how far it could help strengthen the currency. The country, meanwhile, is aiming for over 5% of GDP this year, and the dollar could reach 16,800 to 17,500. That's the president's aim with regards to the dollar. Now it's above 17,650 just before I come on air.
Right, Randy, thanks for that update. Randy Mulyanto reporting for CNA Live from Jakarta.